Hey, folks, here we are. We might be drunk. We're here. We're queer. And Sam's making some cheer. We got Sam Morril on the blower and our pal, you know him, you love him, Chrissy D. Chris DiStefano, Chrissy Bitchips. Call him what you will. How are you, Chris?
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
You look sharp. You look sexy. You look
I like
shiny.
the jacket, dude.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Here's the slime I am. It's like you think that it's like this nice, expensive outfit. The jacket's from H&M. The jeans are all navy, and I'm wearing a Budweiser shirt. So I just,
good, dude.
I'm all about hiding it.
You look like
Yes.
Tom Hardy or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, you look good as shit.
I think Tom Hardy's here's what I'll say about Tom Hardy. He's the actor, because everyone says like, oh, if I was drunk, like I'd hook up with this guy, even though I'm not gay. Like Tom Hardy's the closest guy I hook up with where I'm not drunk. I wouldn't need to.
Right.
I'd do it sober in front of my family. I'd kiss him on the
Christmas
lips,
morning. Yeah.
Oh, look at
he's-
this. So what's
he's a
Sam making? A
sexy
Martini?
man. Yeah, we're doing a cloudy martini. This is Amazon. These were
Nice.
free, and I stole this from Uniqlo. So I'm with you.
Did you steal it?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm wearing.
That's
actually.
nice, too.
I look all right.
It fits like a goddamn glove
That's
on
got
that
tight bonds.
lanky scarecrow body you got
There
there.
it is. Look at the studio.
Yeah, not too shabby, huh?
I like it. I like that. I came in and the front doorman guy told me I didn't have to wear a mask. I was like, I'm sorry I don't have a mask. He's like, it's okay, man.
That's how we do it here.
Yeah. Oh,
There
there it
you
is.
go.
Nice, dude. This looks like my dad's urine.
What
Cheers.
was that? That's a Dangerfield joke. I was drinking so much I pissed an olive. I fucked it up.
You could just tell. No disrespect at all. I could just tell this is going to suck.
Take a sip before you judge me.
You'll feel better than it tastes. There we go.
Sam, I stand corrected. Dead ser-
What?
Sam,
What?
I literally stand wow. I thought because this looks like sewage.
Because you know why? Because it's actual good ass brine.
Wow.
Dude, this is amazing.
This looks like what happened to the Mississippi River in Louisiana. This is
No, I know. This looks
Oily.
like this is Hurricane Katrina.
exactly.
Yeah.
Woo! But
pretty
It's like
good,
a
right?
meal, dude. There's so much olive juice in here. It's like a meal. I'm getting calories in here.
it looks like a LA hot chick drink. But
Yeah.
it tastes like my dad.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean,
Your
it's
dad tastes delicious.
Norman's got a hot dad.
Sound like my stepmom.
Oh, are your parents divorced, Mark?
No, I wish. They're still together and they go at it.
My parents are divorced, and I was speaking to my dad. My dad's visiting me from Florida. He's been staying with us for 2 weeks, and he said, the best thing I ever did in my life was divorce your mother. He's like, I'm sorry like that if that hurts you. He's like, but really, like I wouldn't be proud of you if I was still married to your mom. He's like, yeah, he was
Why?
like, he just because he was just like, my life was going nowhere with your mom. He's like, and your mom's a good person and I'm a good person, but we just weren't good together. And I think that the best thing I ever did was divorce her.
That's fair.
He goes, and 37 years later, he said, I would never be as happy as I am as a human being if I was still married to your mom.
I'm with Louis C.K. has that great joke. When he got divorced, I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, no, divorce is great. It's the best thing you can do.
Because I bet you somebody like Louis or anybody, like, when it's not like the divorce came out of nowhere. He was probably waiting to do that, or
Yes.
you're waiting to do that
Fucking
for
good.
years, and then when it finally happens, you're like,
yeah.
I'm out of jail, kind of thing,
It's a
Right.
weird thing. It is weird to tell you, like, I wouldn't be proud. I'm happy, I get.
Right.
But I wouldn't be proud is a little, that's heavy.
Well, what he was saying was, he was like, I
proud
meant
to
like,
not be with
he
your
said
mother.
because he said, I think that I was able to be like a good dad to you because I was not in a negative headspace because I was not with your mom.
That makes
if I were
sense.
with your mom, he said I would have just been a miserable curmudgeon of a guy, and then you probably would have turned out like a big piece of shit.
Right.
And so he was like, I think you're a happy guy,
Right.
because my dad was like, I'm happy. But I could only get happy when I left your mom.
Yeah.
Because she sucks.
It's a negative.
I've met both your parents.
They're the
both
nicest.
great.
My
They're both
mom and dad,
great.
how about this? My mom and dad, they now are like actual like friends again, but it's only because I started to have kids. Like before I had kids, they would fight at anything. They got into a fight in the crowd at my David Letterman set, where I saw, if you watch my David Letterman set, about whatever it is, 3.5 minutes in, I like look up a little bit because there was some commotion.
Yeah.
And then Mad Dog Mattern, James Mattern, was sitting. He was one of my guests to come, and he was sitting up there. He goes, that commotion, the ushers ran down the aisle and almost threw your mom and dad out because your mom was sitting in like the center seat, and my dad your dad leaned over and was like, hey, you were never at any of his shows. I should be in the center seat, not you. And then she was like, I was the one that was at all the open mics. He goes, I was the one who was at the Maui Taco. I was the one who did all that. He goes, I went to the creek in the cave. He was like, you didn't do any of that. And she was like, shut up, Tony. He's on stage. Who gives it? And then because James,
get to your closer. For
I know.
right?
Mad Dog Mannern was sitting in between the both of them. So James was the buffer between my dad and
poor
my mom.
James.
I know.
I would say this: if I'm your therapist, they're making your Letterman spot about them. They got to be there for you, right there.
I know. And then my mom ran down the stairs and practically pushed me out of the way so she could get a picture with John Travolta. He was the other guest.
You talked to Travolta, right?
No, listen. The thing is with a guy. With a guy like a John Travolta, somebody I know just met Tom Cruise and said that there's an aura to them, like you understand why they're famous, like there's something magical about. And Tim Dillon said the same about Alec Baldwin. Tim Dillon just did something with Alec Baldwin. He said,
podcast.
He did his podcast. He said, you get why he's so famous. Travolta has that thing where it's like, it's a presence that I don't have.
We don't have,
you know,
so
it's like, they have it where you're like, oh, I get why Hollywood was attracted to this person and why they're like, this is something otherworldly.
Yes.
Because he had me in one of his trances.
That's what they do.
He had me in a fucking trance. I saw him. I was going up next. You know, he had just finished his segment. Then there's like that commercial break, and I'm standing there by that curtain, you know, waiting to go out. I could see the set. I'm like shitting myself. And he walks past me, and then he comes back. He goes, "Whoa, you have on a beautiful suit." And I was like, "Yeah." I go, "It's from Joseph A. Bank," and he was like, "Oof." And then he was like, "Oh," you know. And I was like, I had bought it off the rack in Suffolk County, Long Island, a day before because I don't know if you remember.
You didn't
like
get it tailored.
Remember, like out of our group, like of guys who like started, like Che was the first one to get like Letterman, and everyone was like, he wore jeans,
right?
And then I was like, oh shit, I was going up 2 weeks later. I was like, I got to get a suit, but I don't own a suit,
right?
So I just bought this bullshit suit that was too big, and he goes, you have such a beautiful suit, and I was like, wow. I was like, thanks. And then he goes, so are you nervous? And I was like, a little bit. And then he put his hand on my chest, like without, like just put his hand like right in the middle of my chest. He goes, why is your heart beating so fast? I was like, because you have your hand on my nipple.
That's his pickup line.
Yeah. And then he goes, just calm down, breathe with me. And I was like,
what?
I swear to God, dude, my mother's witnessing this whole thing.
Me too.
He goes, I know, 100%. He goes, just breathe with me. And I was like, okay. And he goes, you've done this already. And I said, no, I haven't. I'm going up next. He goes, you've done this already. And I go, no, I'm going up. I almost got angry because you know when you're anxious, I almost was like, no, fucking stupid. I'm next. Like, I'm paralyzed with fear right now.
Yes.
So I and he goes, no, you've done this already. And I said, wow, I haven't. And he goes, no, you have, because your set had to be vetted, I'm sure, by David Letterman and all his bookers and producers. I'm sure they don't just let you on. So you've done this set, you've practiced.
Famous people think that Letterman is watching our set.
Yeah. David Letterman was like, thanks, Frank. Like, he didn't give a shit.
Conan O'Brien's in the room like, that guy right there.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it happens.
So
there's a booker.
But he says to me, he goes, you've done it already. You've been vetted, producers. They don't just let anyone on the show. He was like, so the hard part is over.
Our next guest, Paul Mercurio.
Yeah, I know. He goes, you know what's so crazy, dude? The guy, Eddie Brill, who was the warm-up comic, did one of my bits that I was later going to do
in the warm-up?
on the Letterman show in the warm-up. James, I had all these texts from James Madden. You know, I don't dare look at my phone.
Sure.
I had all these texts from James Madden. Hey, man, don't do the R-word bit. Don't do the R-word bit. I'm not R-word bit. A bit where I add R's into words that don't need R's. He was doing it based off like a Boston accent.
You used to call it the N-word bit.
Yeah, exactly. I love Joe Rogan. I'm starting a podcast with Neil Young. It's called We Both Never Did Rogan.
I'll be a guest.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So
get Joni Mitchell.
There it is. So he's like, you've done this already. And I said, no, I haven't, whatever. And he goes, no, all the hours, all the times you practice in front of the mirror, the hard part is done. You've been selected. Now you just have to go live the moment. So it's over already. The work is done. It's over. Just go live the 5 minutes.
He's not wrong.
And he goes, be present for those 5 minutes. That's my only advice to you. He goes, and you know what? He goes, I'm supposed to catch a flight. I want to stay here and watch you live this moment. He said, it's so cool for me to see someone experience this for the first time. He goes, I'm going to be here cheering you on. You're going to crush. Great job. And I'm like, holy smokes. And then with that, like almost like while he's talking, I don't realize that about 90 seconds have went by, you get that little tap tap on your
Yes.
shoulder because you can't hear, and they tap me out, and I hear David Letterman saying, "Please welcome Chris Stefano."
Oh my God.
And I went out there, and I had, you know, like a really good present
You
in the
killed.
moment set, and I felt like, oh my God. And in my head this whole time, I'm thinking like, I'm like doing these jokes in front of John Travolta. Like, who knows what could happen? Maybe I'll be in Look
Yeah.
Who's Talking 3. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. And then I come out, and I see my mom there, and she's like, "Oh my God, like, you know, like, great, whatever. How's it feel?"
Wow.
I was like, amazing. And I was like, "Where's John?" You know? And she goes, "Oh, honey, he left immediately." I swear to God. Yeah.
But he did what he had to do. He got you up.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
And I
He got
almost
you up.
wasn't mad at I said, "Mom, how quick did he, like, you mean after the first joke?" She goes, "No, as soon as you went onto stage and said, and put your hand up to wave hello, he walked out."
Wow.
They go, yeah. So but I'm not mad at him at all.
It worked.
About that at all. Nothing.
You had a
now-
moment with him.
And
Yeah.
now you're a Scientologist.
And then I swear to God, and then you ready for this? And this is 1,000% true. We know this as comics, but the audience may not know this. Like, we want to hurt ourselves a lot. So I had a set at the David Letterman. I felt fantastic. I then immediately took the bus with James Madden and my ex-girlfriend at the time and my friend from home, took the bus to the Village Lantern.
Yes.
Okay, the old Village Lantern Comedy Club. And I bombed with that same set in front of 6 or 7 Swedish people in my Letterman suit. I just was like, I have to do it. I did it. I drank a 40 on the bus in a brown paper bag. It was like, because you want to feel that pain. I come off the bus, okay? I'm sorry. I come out of the Village Lantern. Walking down the street, this was June, walking down the street is Tracy Morgan with no shirt on and a $15,000 chain. So I see him, and
After the
I don't-
Walmart crash, you got a $45,000.
I know.
He upgraded.
Yeah.
Right.
So he goes. So I didn't. You know, I don't know Tracy Morgan. Of course, I know who he is, but I never met him or anything. My ex-girlfriend at the time was like, Tracy Morgan, like, hey, like, you know, because everyone was kind of drunk and buzzed. He was like, my boyfriend just did Letterman. He goes, who? And he goes, my boyfriend right here. He goes, oh shit. And then he goes, yo, come over here, player. So I go. He grabs me by like, puts me like in a headlock with almost like a sweaty armpit, and he goes, yo, your girl's beautiful. I was like, thanks. He goes, I like her toes. They painted like Skittles. And I was like, yeah, man, it's great. He goes, so you just did David Letterman? And I said, yeah. He goes, how'd it go? And I was like, it was good, man. I had this, you know, I really felt like I had a good set. He goes, I'm proud of you, man. I always know from day one you was a real motherfucker. I was like, I go, I've never met you. Like, I've never met you at all. I swear, it's 100% true. I go, Tracy, I've never met you. He goes, nah, I know you from day one.
This is day one.
And I go, yeah, dude, this is day one. And then he goes, who's the other people on the show? He goes, who's the music guest? I was like, I really don't remember. He goes, was there anybody else on the show? I said, John Travolta. And then I swear to God, he goes, he put his hand on your chest? I swear to Christ. And I was like, he did. He was like, yeah, that boy cold.
Oh,
And I swear to God, dude. And then,
Wow.
then he goes, yo, congratulations. He goes, I'm going to be seeing you. Hand to God. 6 weeks later, maybe less, I did that South Beach Comedy Festival,
Yes.
Comedy Central South Beach Comedy Festival.
In Miami?
In Miami. I, you know, last minute addition. So it might have been a month later, last minute addition to the show. I'm in the festival. Tracy Morgan's headlining the Jackie Gleason Theater down there. He needs an opener. Comedy Central chooses me. I open. I see him in the green room. I go, Tracy, what's up, man? He goes, who are you? I was like, I met you a month ago outside the Village Lantern, whatever. You know, I'm the guy who did Letterman, whatever. He goes,
day one.
He goes, I don't know who you are. You want a water? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take a water. Then he proceeds to give me, he goes, his age, Matt Frost. Matt Frost is his agent. He goes, Matt, give this man some waters. And then I was like, you know, I take a couple of bottles of water. Matt comes over and gives me a couple bottles of water. He goes, no, give him a case. I want him to have a case of waters. So he gives me a fucking Poland Spring case of water off a pallet. I was like, what is this? And I said to Matt, I was like, what is this? He goes, Tracy Morgan always needs a pallet of water at every show he does. I was like, okay.
Wow. What a story.
Legend.
It was great, man.
Amazing.
But honestly, dude, it's shit like that that's like, I'm so happy that it worked out that way.
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Yeah.
It'd be weird if it was just you started opening for Tracy Morgan, and that's better. He didn't know who you were.
He doesn't know. He doesn't give a fuck who I am. Oh, shit.
This shit keeps you funny.
Yeah.
Being the butt of the joke keeps you funny at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yes, the bus ride, the 40. I love the idea that your parents are fighting at Letterman. And Letterman's like, why'd you get into comedy? You're like, right there.
Right there.
That's it.
That's
Those
it.
two
Yeah.
fucking mooks.
Oh yeah. Well, like just this past weekend, I did the Beacon Theater, and it was like a beautiful moment for me. Sold out, whatever. Not even close. The by far the biggest ovation was when I brought TT Jerry and Homeless Pimp onto stage. I mean, they were like, I was just like a fucking carcass just on the fucking stage.
Well, wait, we got to talk about so Sam's doing the Beacon coming up. It's about to sell out. You're both New York guys, New York City. What was it like? I mean, that's a beautiful theater. It's a special place. It's iconic. Were you nervous about selling tickets? Did you know you had it? Tell us everything.
So that's awesome. Congrats to you, Sam.
Congrats to you, my friend.
There it is,
I think,
folks.
Yes.
hey, these are better than they look, too.
Dude, honestly, man, I need a second one.
We might need more ice, Matt, if that's possible.
I spilled some of it on my jeans. Thank God they were $8.
These are fucking good, if I don't mind. I mean, whatever company sent us this shit, 1888. Hey, man, this
good
is
year.
Good olive shit.
I'm watching that show 1883, by the way. Great
What's that?
show. It's on Apple TV. Phenomenal show.
Is that the year Biden was born?
There it is.
That was all right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What?
Trying to keep him joking here.
What is it?
So 1883 is a show about
look at
Sam
this.
Elliott's in it. Tim
he's
McGraw.
great.
Yeah. It's a really fucking fantastic show.
Westerns are back.
And there's
I'm
like a
telling you.
scene, like a random scene in the show, like so random, where they do a flashback to when the main character, Tim McGraw, is fighting in the Civil War for the Confederacy. And he's like on the battlefield at Antietam, which is like a very bloody Civil War battle. And he's on the battlefield. It says flashback to Antietam, whatever. And he's like, and a Union soldier, captain or lieutenant comes over and is like talking to him, and he's like, it's going to be okay. Like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to hurt you. And you're like, oh, whatever. And then the camera pans up. It's fucking Tom Hanks.
Whoa.
Tom Hanks just a random bit part. And then the very next episode, they have a sheriff that like comes in and kills everybody, and the sheriff's Billy Bob Thornton. And then neither one of them ever come back in the show again. It's like just keeps you on your toes.
Then the
You're
next
like,
scene, John Travolta touches his chest. He's like, "Why is your heart beating so fast?"
I know.
Soldier.
It's a fucking great show, man. 1883. It's connected to that show Yellowstone.
Yes.
Yellowstone.
Another Western.
So
I got Mark on Yellowstone.
So Yellowstone. How far deep into Yellowstone are you?
I just started the 4th season.
Okay, so the 4th season. So I think. So do you know like when they flash
don't say
back?
too much.
No, I'm not going to give anything away. But you know when they flash back to Kevin Costner's John Dutton, when they flash back to the 1800s.
Sure.
That's this show. That is this exact show.
Every show's got an alternate universe, or not alternate, extended universe.
Yeah, you have to now.
Right.
That's the only way to make money.
I mean,
they got to be familiar. Everything's got to be familiar now, or nobody watches it.
Wait, so let me tell you about the Beacon. First of all, the one thing about us being New Yorkers, Sam, is and I don't know, but what. Not that I don't want to say I regret this. I don't. But what I wish I would have done a little different, but I guess I can't.
Okay.
Is the guest list that I had, because it's from New York. So many people came there and wanted to come to the green room and this and that.
Yeah.
It gave me so much. It added a level of pressure that I didn't need. So if I ever, God willing, get another chance to do the Beacon or something like that, I won't invite. I'll just say I can give you guys free tickets. Absolutely, no problem. No green room access. No after party access.
They don't get that it's a show.
Like I was that whole day. I mean,
this is the only job, by the way. You're not going to see like Les Mis, and they're like, yeah, come in the green room.
No.
Yes, right.
No.
So true.
Well, Tim Dillon did the Beacon, and Tim's a New York guy too. And Tim was like, when he came to the show, and he said, "Man, you got so many people here." I said, "I know. It's a Beacon." Whatever. He goes, "Dude, I'm from New York too. I told nobody to come."
Yeah.
He's like, "You got to like." I'm going to do a special and put it out on YouTube. The old me would have invited everyone. Nobody's coming.
No, you don't.
I don't want
them there.
anybody. I don't want my family there. I don't want anybody. 0 people. I don't want my agent there.
It's a work night.
I want to do the show for my fans, and then you can watch the product.
Exactly. The show is number one. I can't be giving you energy and you time.
No.
How was your day? Get out. Oh, you couldn't find parking? Get out of here.
And then I got people texting me. I go on stage. Whatever the show starts at 8:00. I got people texting me 7:50.
Yeah,
Where are my tickets? Where's this? What do I do? Are you going to do the same set? Like I'm like, what the? So
that's a good question at 7:59.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's be my only advice for you.
That's
but honestly,
advice.
man, I got to be honest. The Beacon Theater, it was one of those experiences where when I was about to be brought on, James Mattern, Sergio Chacon featured, he crushed, and then James Mattern hosted, and he's just like such a great host.
The best.
Amazing.
When he was about to bring me up, it was like one of those things where like I just forgot all my material. Like it happened, like, I'm sure we've all been in that situation where like I just was like, oh shit, I don't even know how I'm going to open. I forgot, but it was like, it's almost like a good thing because like my brain almost like zapped out and like started with a blank slate, and I just came out and was like so in the moment that by the time I got the light at 50 minutes, I thought, like, I remember in my head thinking, I'm probably at about 20 now. And then James was on the side with the light for 50. I was like, that can't be right.
Oh, that's a
and
good
then it was
sign.
at 50. And then I did like it, normally when I do a set, I'll get up to, 55 minutes, whatever. I'm like, all right, let me start winding it down. I must have did 80 minutes on that stage just because it would just kept. They're so loving,
Yes.
like
they're your people, and they know it's a big.
they
big
had
night
fun,
for you.
man. They had fun, and then I was like, after I was done, I was like, man, that should have been my special. But instead, I'm going to do it at New York Comedy Club.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, you want the club atmosphere too.
Yeah, but also I think to shoot in a room that big is going to do right. Got to cost like $150,000.
Well,
right?
that's what they said. Well, I was going to do my special in Puerto
We're
Rico.
the same agent, and I'm sure
I
he
know.
gave you the same rundown that he gave you.
Well, I was going to do my special in Puerto Rico.
Now that would really stand out.
Because I was going to say, I'm doing it on YouTube in Puerto Rico. I was going to say, listen, these people, Netflix doesn't want me, Amazon doesn't want me, Showtime doesn't want me. I want to go back to where I'm loved, where the people love me, Puerto Rico. The Puerto Rican government wants $100,000 for any.
They don't love you either.
I was like, I guess y'all don't love me.
Yeah, right.
Y'all forgot.
What the
Chris
fuck?
was going to open with "I feel pretty."
Yeah,
and then,
I was going to come out fucking just throwing paper towels into the crowd.
what?
You know what you got to say? Hey, look, we'll have a cockfight first, and then it'll be free.
But you do a thing that I do too, and we got to cut it out. We act as like underdogs and stuff, but it's like you're doing so well, dude. You're crushing it. Like it's cool.
But he earned it though. It's not like
no
hey,
one's
he got
saying he
tapped
didn't
on the
earn it.
shoulder
No
by
one's saying-
some fat guy with a cigar. Like you're in, kid. Joe Hollywood here.
Well, no one. Look, Joe Hollywood. You got to get in with that guy. But let me tell you, you did it the right way. You did it through your own base.
Oh, we're doing the mics together. Look at us now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us now, drunk on weird-looking martinis I made.
Drunk in a fucking weird studio.
I know we're drinking
with
Flint
homeless
water.
people.
I knew you'd like the Patrick Ewing thing
Dude,
there.
so Patrick, let me tell you my Patrick Ewing story.
Ooh.
So I got two of them.
He's got you could feed Chris anything, and he'll have something.
I'm dying to hear your Harvey Weinstein story.
He touched
He's
your
innocent.
chest, and he said your heart's beating so quickly.
So Patrick Ewing, my very first Knicks game,
How old were you?
9, 10.
Okay.
The thing, sports for me, why sports is so special for me is because it was an incentive when I was a child to do good in school. My father would say, if you do good in school, if you listen to your mother, if you do this, whatever it is, you will get tickets to a Knicks games, you will get tickets to a Yankee game. So sports was incentivized for me. So that's why I fell in love with it. It was because that's how my father, got me to do what he needed me to do. So they were like, if you pass these, get these good grades, and we're going to take you to the Knicks Magic. That was the first game I ever went to. Shaquille O'Neal's Magic versus Patrick
Penny
Ewing's.
Hardaway too, or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
1992 Orlando Magic. So Penny, that finals team, right? Was were they,
They
in
were the finals in like 94, 95, I think.
So yeah, but
that's you. They beat Jordan.
Definitely Penny, and Shaq. So and Scott Skiles for sure. So
He was a killer.
So I was a little kid,
Yeah.
early 90s. We're sitting, whatever, upper deck seats, whatever. Patrick Ewing goes baseline and like tomahawk dunks on Shaquille O'Neal. And I was like, oh my God. And then he Shaquille had like fallen under him. So like Patrick had to like hang on the rim a little bit. So I go, Dad, I like stand up. I was like, Patrick Ewing. I was like, Dad, look at him. He's swinging on the rim like a big monkey. And I went, like that. Because to me, it looked like a monkey. And my dad was just like pulling me down, pushing me down.
Yeah.
And everyone was like looking over at me like whatever. And then my dad, there's a thing where I don't know if I tried to do like misremember this because I thought it was like a funny, or I thought it was like some type of defense mechanism, but I'm almost positive, like I would be willing to say I'm 95% sure he really said this, is he looked around because he got tense. Like,
oh, really?
He got, because I just yelled up and said he's like a monkey and went, ooh, ooh,
well,
ooh,
the
ooh.
blackface didn't help.
Yeah. Yeah. And
you know it's bad when you offend early 90s New York.
Yeah. And then my dad, I was going to say it was 92, 93. My dad like said to like the general group around me, he goes, my son's retarded.
Oh, hey, good save. Good
Not
save.
special needs. Nothing. He goes, my son's retarded. So he made it 10 times
By the way, his save is now would make it 10 times worse, right?
Yeah. That's genius, though. At the time, that's a great move. It's like what Kevin Spacey did. He fucked that kid, and he was like, well, I'm autistic.
Yeah.
Or
He
whatever.
said I'm gay.
Or I'm gay.
Which
Is that
did
what he
not
said?
help.
No, that didn't help.
You can't say it. You can't be accused of fucking someone underage and be like, I'm gay. That's not a sexual orientation thing.
Right,
So
right.
Kevin Spacey, well, let me tell you my Kevin Spacey story.
Wait.
I swear to God.
So I went up to Kevin Spacey.
So this was 5-6 years ago. I somehow got involved. I forgot how I initially got involved, but Kevin Spacey and Cal Ripken Jr., the Baltimore Orioles,
Sure.
Iron Man Hall of Famer.
Oh my God,
they
yeah,
had some type
legends.
of foundation down in Washington D.C. And I got hired to do to open the show that they were doing, like this rally or this fundraiser or whatever. I got hired to open the show.
Wow.
And Cal Ripken. And
How many years ago is this?
This is maybe 6,
So
7.
pre-cancel.
No. There was nothing about Kevin Spacey. It might have been months away, but Kevin Spacey was. I mean, he was a Kevin Spacey.
He was a god. A legend.
So
One of the best actors.
Great
ever.
actor.
Oh, yeah.
And funny guy.
So
And great game.
Cal Ripken, which by the way, Cal Ripken Jr. If you're not a baseball fan, Google him. His blue eyes are like it's a little
Pull it up, Matt.
traumatizing
Like
to look.
piercing.
It's insane.
Pull it up.
Pull up Cal Ripken Jr.'s eyes.
Man, he must have really gotten laid, huh?
Get wet.
Didn't his mom get kidnapped?
Yeah, like
What?
it's something weird.
They got her back, I think.
Yeah, they got her back. But Cal Ripken,
Whoa.
Look at that. That's real. That's not Photoshop.
It's like
That's just what his
a
eyes look.
Handsome
warlock
man.
or something.
and he's a phenomenal.
Great
baseball
player, too.
Oh, yeah.
Class act.
Broke Lou Gehrig's record, like
Really?
first ballot Hall of Fame.
He got the disease?
I knew a guy when I started out. He passed away. Really funny guy. Glenn Coyle had a joke where he goes, my girlfriend got Lou Gehrig's disease, so I traded her. It's a great joke.
That's a
great
great joke.
So
He's
so
kind of got a Michael Keaton in him.
yeah, he's great.
Very handsome.
So I'm there. And first of all, Cal Ripken, I do my 5 minutes, which is like, bullshit 5 minutes opening up this thing. Cal goes, man, I don't know how you do what you do. That I don't have the balls to do that. I was like, you literally are one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Like, what are you talking about? He goes, nah, stand-up's harder.
It's a different thing.
He goes, stand-up's harder. I go, Cal, it's not. Okay? I was like, dude, you're like.
But to us, it looks. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
baseball is harder. But to them, that must be like.
Yeah.
That's not what they do. Think about the repetition of just swinging.
Right.
It's like it's antisocial.
Yeah, right. So it was Cal Ripken, Phil Niekro. I don't know if you know
Sure.
Phil Niekro. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Hall of Fame knuckleball pitcher. I think he just passed away.
Sure.
And Kevin Spacey in the green room.
Wow.
The big
Yeah,
three, of course.
The big three.
Yeah.
And Jasmine, my kid's mom, my girlfriend, my kid's mom, she's in there with me. And it was like, we're there. So she sees all this. So Phil Niekro and Kevin Spacey are doing like horrifying, not horrifying to a comic, but like if it ever got out, like audio leak, like wild jokes, like racist, sexist, like crazy shit. But you're like, whatever, who gives a fuck?
Green room.
Yeah. But then Kevin Spacey, this is pre
Spacey turns to a camera. If this ever gets out, I'll be finished.
But
House
then
of Cards.
But then Kevin says something to Phil Niekro like, you ever just kiss a boy on the lips?
No
Like,
way.
Something crazy, and we were like it was
Come
like
on.
it was a little bit like and then we were like, okay. And then Jasmine said to Kevin Spacey, she goes, what do you mean a boy? He goes, no, like an 18, 19-year-old boy. You ever just kiss a boy on the lips? Nothing's better. And then it was so weird, and we were like, okay, like whatever.
That's
like,
his testing ground, though. 18, 19. That was his save.
yeah. And we were like, yeah, that's fine. Like, whatever it is, cool, whatever. And to be honest with you, to be fair, again, I don't know him past this. He was mad cool that night.
Yeah.
He was fucking awesome.
I'm sure he's the most charming guy on the planet.
Yeah, after I did my set, he was right there. He was like phenomenal. He was like, let's hang out. Let's do this. Let's do that. He was like, we got to do all these. He was like, I got to put you in movies and this and that. And then he was like, come find me in the after party. And then I swear to God, I saw him at the after party and I walked up to him and was like, hey, Kev. I was like, hey, Kevin, like, I'm just about to go. You had just told me to come find you. And he was like, I'm a little busy right now. And he was talking to like some 21-year-old, like, jacked, gorgeous male waiter. I was like,
And you overheard him saying, I got to get you in movies.
yeah,
Yeah,
same
exactly.
spiel. Yeah.
I've heard stories about the, touchy with stuff on set. And then if you were like, you got to cut it out, he would cut it out. But if you didn't say something, he would keep that going.
Well,
sure.
the reason why I bring it up is because, again, no judgment. I don't know him.
Sure.
Other than that, but I remember in the car going back to our hotel that night, Jasmine said to me, she goes, Kevin Spacey's like a little like it's a little much with him, right? And I said, yeah. I said, to be honest, I said, but I think that's all how Hollywood actors are. This is pre-Me Too stuff, so whatever.
Sure.
And then when all the shit came out about him, Jasmine right away, she was like, I told you that there was something off about that guy.
I was on Jim and Sam right when I think it was the week it came out, with John Bernthal, who was in Baby Driver with him, and John Bernthal was just openly like, that guy's a piece of shit.
What?
Before it came out?
No, it came out. And John was like, I've never talked shit about an actor. He's a bad human being.
Really?
And he was like, not nice to the...
He talked publicly.
It was on air. I'm sure there's record of it on air somewhere. I mean, he was just saying like, yeah, that's not a good guy. And it was like a news story from that episode because it was like John Bernthal's a big actor.
Dude, that's like
nice guy.
I was on Sway in the Morning, which is like an all black show for a black audience. I was like the guest host for Sway in the Morning, and while the Jussie Smollett news was breaking, before anyone thought he was lying, like just a man who was beaten, and it was like that. And I was on with some guy, like white Jewish guy who like owns a bunch of gyms, and he goes, Sway was like, everyone went in the room, how do you feel? I was like, oh, it's horrible, it's this and that, but whatever. And then, because the story did sound horrible, and then they got to me, and I was like, I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah.
And they were like, and they were like, what the fuck? They were like, and nobody like scolded me, but like, but you see, they're like, that's that white shit with white people, like they don't believe everything, and blah 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 blah. And then it came out like 2 months later that it probably was made up, because I was like, it doesn't seem real. Because I said, there's proof of this. I said it on air. I said, because at that time they were saying they were saying, the news was saying, two white supremacists had said, you're that F word from Empire. And I said, there's no way white people are watching Empire.
No.
That's what I said right on air.
You're not a MAGA white supremacist guy and watching fucking Empire.
No, there's no way that's happening.
But that's ballsy of you to do that in that black room.
Right, yeah, but I was trying to that was my bit. I was like, there's no way they're doing that on Empire. Like,
that's a funny bit.
Yeah, I was just doing it, and they were like, no, nobody, it wasn't like bad.
It's a tough angle to take when it's the jury's still in, or jury's still out.
Right.
I texted Sway 2 months later. I was like, apology, question mark?
What'd he say?
He left it on red.
Ah.
No, Sway's my boy. I love Sway.
All right.
Sway's one of those guys who he taught me, like, when I was hosting like shows in 2014, 2015, he just gave me like the best advice, the best tips.
Really?
Like, Sway, if you ever get a chance to like work with Sway from Sway in the Morning, Sway Calloway, he's like truly like one of the best guys.
I've seen some of his interviews. He's great.
Great interviews.
Interviewed Obama 4 times.
Wow.
Like he's like a personal friend. Like,
hey, Obama, if you're listening, you got an open invite to We Might Be Drunk. We'll get whatever booze you want. Look, our bartender didn't make it tonight. She's Puerto Rican. We know what Chris does to Puerto Rican women, so we told her to stay home.
Honestly, that's better for me and my family that she didn't show up.
Yeah, she's a good-looking lady.
No, but we...
Is she?
Yeah, but we,
if you're into that sort of thing.
But
hot Latino women.
Yeah.
I'll make you a cocktail anytime.
Can I get one more, actually?
Of course,
yeah.
we need more ice, Matt.
Honestly, dude, this is one. Somebody's got to drive my car to the Gramercy.
I'll drive.
Okay.
I can drink and drive like you wouldn't believe.
Don't say that,
I
Mark.
really can. I'm a great drunk driver.
Don't say that.
I grew up
though.
drinking and driving. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from New
keep
Orleans.
digging a hole here.
No, I've never had a DUI. I've never gotten pulled over.
I was. And this might be boring, but I was watching today this story of the frontiersmen, and like I didn't know the history of the American frontier. Like I didn't realize like the historic significance of New Orleans. Like whoever controlled New Orleans in like the War of 1812, like there would be no country if there wasn't like the French had to give up New Orleans. So I didn't know if you know this. Napoleon. France owned like the whole Louisiana territory that, the Louisiana Purchase, whatever.
Yes.
So Napoleon, in like a drunken stupor, just fucking sold Louisiana to Thomas Jefferson for like what would be the equivalent of like a few $100s.
Yeah, I know.
And just
like when Steinbrenner bought the Yankees.
Yeah. It was like, what are you doing?
I know. And
but I was like, it's fucking interesting. Like, I did not realize. Like, I was like, fucking whatever. New Orleans. I don't know. You drink hurricanes. You go on. Have Mardi Gras, whatever. But it's like without that city, dude, there would be no United States.
Well, you think United States?
Well, we'd be half a country. We would stop at. We'd stop in the Midwest.
Maybe we'd be better
Let's
off.
go back to the 13 colonies. What do you guys think of that?
We might be happier.
I think we're already there. I mean, the
right?
country's completely divided. So it's not that different.
Oh, nice, dude. I like that. Just a dirty, sweaty hand.
Oh, man.
So I washed my hands before this.
You can't.
I'm sorry. Was that disgusting that I just did that?
No,
I love it.
fun. I haven't washed my hands since 1989. I really haven't.
You can't make me laugh when I'm making a fucking
I'm
drink.
just telling the truth.
Dude, I know. 1989, good year.
No, that's enough. We got enough of that.
I'm legitimately fucking
I'm green
drunk.
here.
Fuck.
I'm freaking the Toxic Avenger over here.
You don't like it?
Wow.
cookies.
Whoa, what's this? Whose birthday is it?
You guys want some cookies?
Yes. Put it
Yes,
in.
Let's
Thank you.
Let's chew. That's great for audio.
Well, you can
Happy
move the mic.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris. This is for the Beacon. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
There
I'll do
you
a cookie.
go.
What the
You
hell?
know you want one.
I saw the photo of you with your family in the Gruner. I said, that first thought was that is really sweet. Second thought is that's got to be hell.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, oh,
well,
poor
the truth,
bastard.
Well, that's the thing. I have the same thing with my family where, like, I'm so grateful they come to shows. It means the world to me that my parents, but, like, holy shit, like, they've come when I did Fallon. They come when I do Colbert. They come, and it's, like, it's so meaningful, but at the same time, you're like, man, it's very stressful.
Yeah, like I've told my family already, like I'm going to put a special on YouTube, kind of, you know, like you guys did, and I'm just going to do it at New York Comedy Club because I'm like, I just want to get it out. I want to get the material out, but I told my family, like, you can't come.
Yeah.
I don't want you to come.
a small
And it's
room.
I don't mean to be disrespectful. Like, it just adds a level of pressure that is not necessary.
Agreed.
So I'm not going to do it. Thank you, Sam.
I think that's the move.
So I'm not going to do it. This is a fucking great cookie. A little stale, but great. I'm
Yeah.
drunk, so
I'm okay with a stale cookie. I don't mind.
Yeah, especially with the booze cooking.
I like these right here.
So
Whatever the hell these are called, I'm
What
a
is
big
that?
fan. I don't know. They're thin, so you don't feel like they're as bad for you, but they're delightful.
Wait,
I like a
give me one of
crunchy
those.
cookie. Get a cookie. right.
Last one.
Hey, I'll tell you. Here, split it with me. Split it with me.
all right. You want to split half of this?
Man, I hate those.
I hate it too. It's too gay. It's like the pride flag.
What'd you eat today, Mark? Anything good?
No,
You don't
I
eat a lot.
No, I try to. I ate oatmeal and that was it. And I came here.
Mark doesn't eat much.
What do you eat?
We had a
ate-
sandwich. We had a
I had
sandwich.
an egg sandwich, and then I had a turkey sandwich. I'm a boring eater.
How do you guys stay so thin? Do you just eat right?
You're thin too. You look
No,
in
I'm
shape.
not. I'm 240.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, you hide it well. Where do
I
you
know.
put
That's
it?
what I'm saying. It's all about the angles. Drop Martini.
I
on the
just
cookie.
No, I normally eat more exciting than that. On the road, I try to go to good restaurants because I want to at least like feel the city.
You won't eat like Domino's or anything.
No.
Well, I'll never eat Domino's because we live in New York fucking city where I can eat great pizza on any corner. Why would I eat Domino's when we can get better slice on any corner, man?
No, it's true. But I'm saying if you're in a bullshit city.
No, I won't eat pizza on the road unless they've got a good road pizza spot. Like if I'm in New Haven, Connecticut, I'll eat pizza.
You don't ever like hate yourself after a set and just get Pizza Hut or something?
I've done that.
I've done it, but it's like I usually will like
Panda Express, bring it on.
yeah.
Nice. Stop the Asian hate.
Exactly. Here.
Is that real? Let's talk about it.
Asian.
Imagine I go into it. Let's talk about The Rock. He's a transphobe.
I guess I don't really. I don't know.
No, because you guys have always been thin. Since I've known you I've known you since 2000. I've known both you guys since like 12 years now.
Well,
you guys,
well-
we're like significant parts of each other's lives.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
realize
For
that?
so long.
Yeah, it's wild.
I've known
do
you for so long, Chris.
to know somebody for 12, 13 years, you know, like
And to like someone for that whole time.
how insane. I know how insane that is.
I
like,
know.
we may not see each other all the time, but it's like the fact that like we very well could be in each other's lives for like 30 years.
That's why I invited everybody to the wedding because I'm like, I've seen all these motherfuckers grow, kids, no kids, marriage.
Who's somebody? If you just fucking say it, we're drunk. Who's somebody that just missed the cut? Come on, Mark.
All right, Cosby.
He can take my place. No, because
Put him at my table. I'll watch my drinks.
that's the first time I'll ever be in New Orleans is for your wedding.
What? You never been?
Never been there, man.
Dude, get there
Great
early and do
city.
the tours.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
you like
that's-
history.
Me and my girl plan on getting there 3-4 days
What's
before.
the date again, Mark? All right.
Do we bleep that?
I heard
don't
that.
know.
I heard that's a good time to do it because it's not so oppressively hot.
It's the best month of New
Have
Orleans.
you tried these olives, by the way?
Oh yeah, what do they have? Blue cheese in them or something?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
Do they really? We Might Be Drunk is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Relationships take work. A lot of us will drop anything to go help someone we care about. We'll go out of our way to treat other people well, but how often do we give ourselves the same treatment? For me, working out or buying some new sneakers is an investment in myself. This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of your most important relationship, the one you have with yourself. We're in therapy. We go to the same guy. It's necessary. Clean out the garbage. Your head has all these horrible thoughts. Splice in your childhood, traumatic experiences. You're a wreck. You're a mess. You need therapy. Get out the garbage. Whether it's hitting the gym, making time for a haircut, or even trying therapy, you're your greatest asset. So invest time and effort into yourself like you do for other people. Tell them how.
BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. Maybe you got a weird boil on your face or something. You're weird, you don't want to see that. You're all set.
Yep.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. We Might Be Drunk is sponsored by BetterHelp, and listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/drunk. That's BetterHelp.com/drunk. You got to do this. It's therapy, very important. Take care of yourself. It's going to change your life.
Here, here.
We Might Be Drunk is thrilled to welcome our new sponsor, Fanimal. I love live events. I hate buying tickets. The hidden fees suck, and coordinating with your friends is a nightmare. They're garbage. I always end up fronting a bunch of money and chasing down my friends to get reimbursed. Not me personally, because I'm very generous.
Oh, yeah.
But if they flake, I'm stuck with the whole bill. And then I discovered Fanimal. Fanimal has tickets to everything. There's no fees. The price you see is the price you pay. That's pretty big, honestly.
Yeah.
Not only are those prices transparent, but they're almost always lower than anywhere else I look. And for any hot ticket like Coachella, a Laker game, or Dave Chappelle, Fanimal is always the cheapest option. Nobody goes to live events anymore, so why buy tickets alone? Fanimal, although if you do come to a show alone, there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. I love that. Someone tweeted me about that the other day. They're like, is it weird? My friends bail. Is it weird if I come alone? I said, no, dude, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And you know what? The guy made new friends at the show.
There
He
you
tweeted me
go.
after. He's like, I sat with these guys, and they were tweeting me too. So you end up having a great time no matter what. Fanimal's patented group purchase makes it easy. First, you set a minimum size for your group, and you choose the number of tickets you want to pay for yourself. Then you invite friends. When the minimum size is met, everyone gets charged and receives their ticket. If the minimum size isn't reached in time, nobody gets charged. You don't commit until your friends do. Tell them how. I called you March. Marknormand. Tell them how to do it.
Oh, yeah, and Fanimal has amazing customer service. Don't take my word for it. Check out their hundreds of 5-star reviews. The next time you need tickets, go to Fanimal.com and sign up with code DRUNK for 20% of credit, $20 of credit towards your first purchase. We drink on this show. Check out Fanimal and experience more. Support the show and get $20 off your first purchase with the code DRUNK at Fanimal.com, Fanimal.com. Get on it. Hey, folks, We Might Be Drunk is brought to you by Manscaped. Oh, yeah. Set your first New Year's resolution with good intentions and join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use promo code DRUNK for 20% off plus free shipping. Holy hell. I love Manscaped. I use the ball wash. I shave with the lawnmower. It's good stuff. It gets it in tight. I keep it in my travel bag. Whenever I need it, it's all there. You got the crop preserver, crop reviver. You got the lawnmower 4.0. It's got a light on it, for Christ's sakes. I love this thing.
You love it.
They even they have a travel bag I still use. Boxer briefs are great. And the ultra premium body wash is great for Manscaped. Love Manscaped. I used to use their shampoo and conditioner, if I'm being honest.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. I used it today. That's where this fucking load of bird's nest came from. But, yeah, get on it, folks.
Yeah, I got some of that shampoo in my shower too. Hey, whether your resolution is to work out more or to travel to new places, be sure to travel to manscaped.com for our exclusive offer of 20% off plus free shipping with the code DRUNK. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code DRUNK at manscaped.com. One last time. Sorry, I've been drinking.
Same.
20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code DRUNK. It's a new year, no pubes in 2022 with Manscaped. Support the show and get 20% off and free shipping with the code DRUNK at manscaped.com.
Hell yeah. Get on it, man, and look better and smell better.
I only fuck with blue cheese or jalapeno olives, dude.
I like it,
What
dude.
about a regular olive?
I'll do an olive.
All right.
I don't know why I said it so defiant.
My cousin used to put olives on her fingers, on her fingertips, and dip them all in mayonnaise, and she used to eat them. And one time she puked so hard they started coming out of her nose.
Wow.
And
Your cousin Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, my cousin. Dude,
Mom,
dude, I'm excited to go. I'm excited to go to New Orleans because love and history, and I love I've just never really been to like the deep South. Like I've been in Nashville and Florida, but like
nothing.
New Orleans is like the South.
You do the road.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, but there's no road in New Orleans, right? Like
No.
where can we play in Louisiana?
They
There's
have
a couple of theaters.
Harrah's, I guess.
There's Harrah's, but there's a couple little theaters
Harrah's the
there.
casino?
Yeah.
You've done it?
No, I haven't done it, but
No one does it.
Big comics go there.
I guess.
What's a big what is it, 2,000 seater or something?
No, not even. It's like a little improv in the Harris.
Really?
Yeah, but no one does it. It's like I saw Dat Fan there once in 19.
I opened for Dat Fan at Tulane when I was at Tulane.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I forgot. You went to a lot of people went to Tulane, right? You,
Jeselnik
Sean
went
Patton,
there.
Jeselnik. Because when I first started, it's interesting. When I first started, I had this complex or this insecurity because you guys are such like comedy historians. You know everybody's albums and all that stuff. And I remember feeling like insecure where I was like, I don't know much about the history of comedy. I've never been to New Orleans. All you guys were like doing like the same.
Those are the two? Those are such...
No, because everybody was from New Orleans. You went to Tulane. You, Sean Patton.
That's three people.
No.
Theo.
Chesley, Theo, all those.
Jeselnik went to Tulane.
Everybody was from New Orleans, and I was like, I'm a piece of shit. I thought you needed a passport to go over the Brooklyn Bridge.
How do you think I felt? I come to New York. All you motherfuckers are New Yorkers. I was fish out of water. It's like
dude, I
George
remember when you
Carlin
were a
and Eddie
janitor.
Murphy and Seinfeld.
Remember when Mark was a janitor? You used to do it, Professor Tom's on Second Ave.
I did that show?
And then we did the show you used to run with Harrison.
I did that show
What
for
was
a
that
while.
show? What was the name of that venue? Sage. Yeah. And Harrison was
I
like,
remember all these shows.
Sage was a great fucking
And he
show.
had another one on Second Avenue.
what was that venue
Bar
called?
82.
Bar 82.
Bar
Yeah.
82. That's what I used to do, the open mic in there and then stay for your guys' show with Harrison Greenbaum.
It was hard to follow.
That was a great
Baritone
fucking
day.
show.
Hell yeah. And that's not even a venue anymore, right? Bar 82? It's
No.
completely,
Now it's
I
like a
actually
gay
haven't
brothel.
walked by it in fucking ever. That was a good bar, too.
Hell
Great
yeah,
bar.
dude. I had a lot of fun at Bar 82. I used to be a physical therapist, so I would do physical
I
therapy.
remember.
So
We did some road gigs together back in the day.
Yeah,
The
dude.
three of us did one, remember?
Which one?
What?
We did Mohegan Sun that one time.
We did?
All three of us?
Yeah.
Oh, with Amy. Isn't
No,
that when
it
we
was
opened up
us
for
I
Amy
remember
three.
that.
Schumer?
We were there with Amy.
It was
but-
way long ago. Scott
we were a
Robb was in
triple
the car with
headliner?
us. The
Oh, Scott
writer.
Robb when he was doing the story on him, and we drove home that night.
I
Don't you remember
that.
Scott Robb
I remember
doing
Scott
that?
Robb, yeah, but I don't remember this
It was
gig.
us three and Scott Robb in the car. I remember that.
Yeah, and I think you were headlining because they were Esquire magazine.
We
was
were
right-
co-headlining and you were opening. It was
I was
how long
opening.
ago it was. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's not ringing a bell.
Well, I got to the Beacon first, motherfuckers. Woo! But you guys will get to Radio City first. Dude, how about this? Hassan Minaj texted me the other day. Shout out Hassan Minaj. He's another guy I started comedy with. Hassan Minaj. And, dude, the very first television show I ever got to be a part of was Philosophy. And it was on MTV. Hassan was the host, and fucking Kevin Barnett was the panelist. Me and Kevin were the panelists. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Great
I miss
guy.
Kevin so much.
The great Kevin Barnett.
I love
Hilarious
Kevin
comic.
Barnett.
Would have been
Comic.
huge.
But
He would have
Hassan,
been huge if it didn't pass
this is
away.
what a beast fucking Hassan Minaj is. He texted me last night. He goes, "Hey man, are you around to do a set February 25th to 27th? I'm doing some shows in New York." I said, I can't do 25 or 26. I'm on the road, but 27, just let me know the venue. And he writes back, Radio City. I was like,
Wow.
You're doing a weekend at Radio City? He goes, yeah, I got 5 shows there. I was like, dude, you're throwing that around like a fucking, like it's an improv.
Yeah.
He's just doing 5 at Radio City, just
Right.
banging them out. I was like,
What is that? 20,000?
No, 5,000.
no, 6,000 seats in Radio City, so
I
30,000
bombed there
seats.
once. I opened
Did you
for,
bomb in Radio
I
City?
opened for the MTV Music Awards.
Wait,
at
so he's
Radio
doing
City.
gonna have another
how many shows is he doing?
5. And
So
they're
that's
sold
what
out,
I'm saying. It's
I'm shocked.
20,000.
He's huge. I thought he'd do more than that.
No, Hassan is. I think
But I'm
Hassan's going
saying
to do the Garden.
If you're
Yeah,
doing
he's huge.
if you're doing 5
And a great guy.
shows in a 6,000 seater, that's 30,000.
30,000. Oh, that's
crazy.
bigger than the Garden,
Who
which
was
is
the Garden?
20,000. He's huge. Like, I'm not shocked at all that he's doing that.
Crazy.
He's
That's
big.
my goal. That is my goal. If I could just get to do one, I don't have to sell it out. One show at Madison Square Garden where I'm the headliner, that would be my goal.
You'll get there.
Well,
Yeah, you'll get there. I mean, the
come on.
Garden now feels like a funny bone in Albany. I mean, it's like Sebastian's doing 13 of them. Louis did 10. Burr did a couple. It's just Schumer did 1 or 2 or 3 or 4.
Did you open for her there?
Yeah, I had to follow Madonna. Fun
Oh, yeah.
fact. She looked great, by the way.
Yeah, would you?
Did you have the fake ass yet?
Yes, she did. Best sex
She's
of
a
my
fake
life.
ass?
Oh yeah, pull up Madonna's ass.
I mean, it's wild.
Just pull it right. You know, it's your home.
It's, like,
screen.
really
Don't
big
act
or
like you have to
something?
Google it. This guy's acting like he has to
she's
Google it.
68 years old, and she's got the ass of Khloe Kardashian.
She's got the ass of my kid's grandmother.
Look at that thing.
Nice
That's
Puerto
bananas.
Rican ass.
I'm good. I don't like those.
Me
Yeah, that's
neither.
a little
It's
ridiculous.
awful.
Hey, that was anti-Semitic.
Yeah, can't eat after this guy.
Look at that ass.
Wow. No, she didn't have that ass when I saw her. I gotta say,
That's a nice
And she
butt.
still had a decent
But
ass.
I think that because what I heard about Madison Square Garden is you don't really have to sell all those tickets because scalpers buy them immediately. Right away, scalpers buy the tickets.
Book it, dude.
That's what I heard.
Let's do
Dude,
it.
Book it.
book the Garden.
Yeah.
Should the three of us do the Garden like we did and get Scott Robb back?
The band. Shout out to Scott Robb, man. Great writer.
Is he still with us?
Yeah, yeah.
He looked like a guy who could die any
He
second.
lost a lot of weight.
Did COVID kill him?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, he lost a lot of weight. He looks great.
Oh, he
For
did?
Scott Robb.
Yeah.
Shout out Scott Robb.
Yeah, it's
Great-
great.
great
Did that piece
writer.
ever come out on you?
I don't think so.
He was
No?
thinking
I
about
tried
doing
to
a
kiss
book.
him on the lips.
He touched his heart rate.
I like
He wrote a great book. He's written a few great books. He's
I remember
really-
Scott Robb on that drive home was just a really cool, nice guy.
Sweet kid.
Yeah.
Good egg.
Yeah, I like Scott Robb.
He used to buy me diner meals, and he was like, I don't know how you run around like this, because he was a big guy. And I'd be like, yeah. And he would get cabs everywhere because he didn't want to run. So
Well,
it was
dude,
great for me.
That's the thing too, is like, like just recently, I think it's the same for all three of us, is the tickets are starting to come and the podcasting and all that we found.
Finally.
But it's like, like people don't know, like, from 2009 till like literally a year ago, it was slaving. Like
Hell.
I mean, doing I remember, dude, I used to go and I was a physical therapist and I drove all the way to Delaware just to do 5 minutes in front of Mike Vecchione. He graciously gave me $20 and then I drove all the way home and went right to my day job. Like
Yeah.
that's like sometimes I'll get messages from up and coming comics or whatever and be like, hey, like I have a day job and like it's just so hard. How did you do it? And I'm like, man, if you're already messaging me that, like
dude.
you're never gonna make it. Like
Yeah.
I just was like, there's no excuses. I just want to make it so bad that I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll just do. I drove all the way up to the Boston Comedy Festival.
You were always a hustler, man.
Thursday night. I'll never forget. Thursday night, 2012. Drove all the way up to the Boston Comedy Festival, the first round, to try to do 5 minutes just to get to the second round, which would be the next week to win a bullshit prize, whatever. Just do anything. I got immediately eliminated from the first round, like immediately. Just
Do you remember who beat you?
I drove Adam Newman.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I just gave him chiropractic advice in
Adam
LA.
Newman?
Yeah,
Where is Adam Newman? I
All right,
miss Adam
easy
Newman.
Jews.
Does he live in New York?
That's like
He's in
swapping
LA.
Spock.
I miss
he,
Adam Newman.
He's a nice guy.
He was
yeah.
another guy. He was part of our whole
Caroline's. He
circle.
was always at
Well, he's an
Caroline's.
LA guy
Caroline's.
now. Yeah, no, he tweeted something how he needed a chiropractor in LA, and I was like,
Good
Yo,
man.
yo, what are you
I
going to
gotcha.
physical therapy for? By the way,
my neck. I have 2 herniated discs in my neck.
in your neck.
Yeah.
Shit. How'd that happen?
Eating pussy.
Yeah, I just ate a lot of pussy, and it took a toll. I mean,
Hey, it happens, man.
They said you're the best ever, and I was like, look, if this is the toll it takes, then I'm down. So
Yeah. That's like one. I swear to God, one guy, he came in when I was a physical therapist. He came in and he had a herniated disc. I think it was C5 or C6.
that's what I got. That's mine.
So this is funny. So C5, C6. He comes in and he's like, he has this big herniated disc, whatever. And my boss, this wasn't me. My boss, who goes, he's like, doing that. He's like, how do you think this happened? He goes, I think it was, lifting up my kid, or maybe it was swinging a baseball bat. And then my boss says to him, he goes, you sure it wasn't going down on a woman?
Really?
And the guy goes, yeah, I think it was going down on a woman. Haha, like whatever. He goes, it was going down on a woman. He goes, well, historically, statistically, if you herniate C5 or C6, it's because you're sucking cock. Like just joking around, like just just a joke,
Yeah.
whatever. Ha! And the guy goes, yeah, I am gay. Like that, and he was like, okay, no problem, whatever. And
had
I was
to
like,
turn it.
and the guy who said, yeah, I am gay, I was like, it was a moment where it was laughed off, but I had the angle. In he truly came out of the closet to us and was begging for help. I was like, that guy's fully gay.
Yeah.
And just was like, yeah. And I was like, yikes. We were just, hey, whatever you want to do. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
But
When I
we'll
was-
lay off your alternative lifestyle for a few weeks because we're trying to help you here.
Dude, so.
And that was Kevin Spacey.
I know. One crazy physical therapy, two crazy physical therapy stories I have. One, This was 2011, maybe.
Yeah.
Guy comes in, back pain, okay? Just back pain, just generalized back pain. So, you learn all the tests to reproduce. Being a physical therapist is a lot of times people haven't come in with MRIs or x-rays yet. So you have to try to reproduce their pain, and then you work backwards to figure out how did this injury happen, and then that can dictate how I treat you.
Right.
So this guy came in with this generalized back pain. I'm doing all the tests that I've learned. And because there's even tests to know if somebody's faking it for like a workman's comp. There's even tests that we learn how to do that to be like, like you're lying. And then, we can, we won't let you, get away with that.
Yeah.
And all these tests are like not working, like everything. I'm like, it's not workman's comp. It's not this, not that. What the hell's going on with this guy? So I was a licensed physical therapist, but I was new. So I call in my boss, who's 30-year professional, and I say, hey, like Jim, I don't know like what's going on with this guy. Like it's embarrassing, but like, can you come in and help? And he was like, absolutely. Like whatever, you're a new student, like you new therapist, like yeah, I'll come in. So we go in. He did every test I did. He's like, can't figure it out. So he says to me, he goes, what's going on here, sir? He's like, you just be honest with us. Like what's going on? He goes, I don't know, man. I hurt my back. And he goes, okay. He's like, but is there something else like that's going on? Like any information would help us. We want to help you get out of pain, because he was in excruciating pain.
You believe him, or you wanted some pills?
At first, that's where I was going. I was like, maybe this guy wants pills. So in the physical therapy office that I was working at that time, there was also an orthopedist that had an MRI machine and an X-ray machine. So, everybody was pretty close. So he says, you know what? Let's go get you an MRI. This way I can at least see the tissue and whatever. So, we don't go into the MRI. That's, another professional's job. The MRI or X-ray tech comes out and gets the doctor, the orthopedist, immediately, and comes over and he's like, blah, 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 and we're like, something's like, maybe it's a tumor. I don't know. Like something was serious. So then my boss and this orthopedist are friendly. So they go over and they start laughing. They're looking at the picture. They're laughing. And I was like, what the fuck? So the guy, my boss, Jim, he goes, Chris, come here. This is like my second week on the job. He goes, look at this.
It's a gerbil.
No, I didn't know what it was. No, it wasn't that. It was a Matchbox car.
Wow.
He was taking his kids' Matchbox. This is a true story. He was taking his kids' Matchbox cars and shoving them up his ass with condoms that would he was trying to massage his prostate. Like it was the only way he could come. And he had gotten one of the Matchbox cars lodged in his back, and it was pushing on his lower lumbar spine.
Woo.
So we go in, wow. And he goes, we go into the guy, and my boss says, listen, we got the MRI results, and you have a Matchbox car, or what looks like a Matchbox car, some type of item, foreign object.
We don't know the brand per se, but you're fucking weird.
And the guy goes,
it's hard to find
I swear to God,
in New York.
the guy looks at it, he goes, now how'd that get there? I'll never forget. He goes, now how'd that get there?
That's great.
And I was like, okay. And then the guy says, listen, it's no problem. Like my boss says, you got to be professional. He goes, there's no problem at all. He goes, but you're gonna have to get that surgically removed. On top of
my
that,
ass hurts listening.
No, but on top of that, my boss then, says, like, can you just disrobe? So maybe I can get it out.
What?
But when he disrobes, he sees he has a full like it almost his dick and balls look like purple.
Oh my God.
So we're like, what's happening now? So because now like
multiple cars, traffic.
Yeah. So he goes. He goes, is that bad? And my boss says, that looks like a sexually transmitted disease. And he goes, oh, but I've only ever been with my wife. He's like, well, you might want to talk to your wife. And the guy goes, yeah, I got to talk to my wife. And then we're doing the exam, and then 5 minutes goes by. He goes, I've been having sex with prostitutes. You think that could be it? And then my boss is like, yeah, I'd say that's it.
Yeah.
He goes, how can we keep this a secret? And then my boss says, there's, it's client, client privilege. Like we won't say anything. He goes, yeah, but I need medicine. To get rid of this disease that I have. I think it wound up turning out he had gonorrhea and chlamydia. He was fucked.
Yeah.
So he says he was at that time and this is way before the presidency, one of Donald Trump's lawyers.
Whoa.
So he says to me, because I was 2-3 weeks onto the job, he says, hey, you're a young guy. I was single at the time.
You're representing Stormy Daniels.
yeah. He goes, would you mind kind of putting this STD medication in your name, and then I'll come pick it up from your house. I'll pay you $1,000 a week for it.
Hey.
And so I was like, now it was just me because my boss had left to go, get a hot pack or whatever. So he kind of and I didn't know what to do. I was 24 at the time. $1,000 a week sounds pretty good.
Pretty good.
But I didn't know what to do. So in that moment, I kind of made a decision. I said, hold on, let me think about it. And I went out, and it's the only time in my life I ratted. And I know my father's like, you fucking rat.
Yeah.
I told my boss, I said, this is what happened. And he goes into him. He goes, get the fuck out of my office. Like they were friends, these people. He goes, get the fuck out of my office. He goes, you're gonna do this to a young. He goes, this kid just got his license. You're gonna ruin his entire life because you want to fuck prostitutes. He goes, get the fuck out of my office. I never want to see you again. Get the fuck out. And the guy wouldn't leave. And then my boss goes, you want me to call your wife right now and tell her what's going on? I have her number too. And then the guy was like, pull up his pants, whatever. And he goes, you could have just ruined your whole career if you would have done that. He goes, that's malpractice. That's, code of ethics. You could have done everything, ruined your whole life. And I said, I know, thank God. I was like, and he was like, you want to do this for 20 years. Like, you would have ruined your whole life. I was like, absolutely. About 10 days later, MTV called me and were like, hey, we will offer you an overall deal if you quit physical therapy tomorrow. I went and I said, I fucking quit. I was like, I'm not.
And you called the guy's wife.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing. Yeah, and I fucked the guy's wife. I was like, you want to get gonorrhea? I'll give you gonorrhea.
Wow.
Yeah. And then a woman came in. She had lower back pain. I'm sorry. She had tennis elbow, lateral epicondylitis, which they call tennis elbow, right? So she's got tennis elbow. Treating her for hot, 40-year-old divorcee, hot. So she goes, coming in for the tennis elbow, treating her, all's good. And then finally she comes in one day and she goes, the pain is radiating to my lower back. I was like, that's not possible from tennis elbow, but she goes, but it's in my lower back. I was like, well, you got to go get a script. You got to get a prescription from an orthopedist and they have to refer you and then we could treat your lower back pain. She's like, can you just massage my lower back, please? It's just temporary. I was like, okay. So I start massaging her lower back. And she goes, can you do a little lower? I'm already on the top of her, they're called your sits bones. I'm which is those dimples that you see over a person's
love the
butt,
back dimples.
Back dimples. So I'm right there. I'm massaging my thumbs, whatever. She goes, go a little lower. I was like, ma'am, that's your butt. She's like, that's where the pain is.
Oh,
so I was like, okay. So then she goes, I'm massaging it for a little bit there. She goes, lower.
Woo-wee.
I was like, come on. I was like, are you serious? She goes, you're 24, 25 years old. She was like, you don't want to massage a hot 40-year-old's lower back?
Wow.
And I was like, I do. She was like, well, then do it. And then I would start going lower. I was like, you sure this is okay? She was like, I want you to do this. And I was like, oh my God. She goes, does that door lock? I was like, I think it does.
Jesus.
I swear to God, dude,
wife?
I had a fucking boner through my khakis like you can't imagine. And she goes, just go lower. So I kept going lower and lower and lower, and then I got to the top of her pussy, which was soaked. And she goes, stick your fingers in it. And I was like, oh my God. And then I swear to God.
Is this a penthouse forum? I don't believe this.
I put my finger, I was like, this is crazy. So I put my fingers in her. And she goes, and she grabbed my cock, which like I said was rock hard. I remember I had Dockers khakis on, and they were ripping at the seams.
Stain proof, thank God.
Yes. And she goes, just unzip it. So I unzipped it, and my fucking boner just popped out bing, that. And she sucked it 4 times. I blew a load right in her mouth. 4 times? Yeah, just
4 strokes.
Dude, you know how hot that is? 4
Yeah,
strokes, and I just blew a load in her mouth.
Wow.
She was like, oh, you're such a baby. I was like, don't say that. But I had
better zip it after than before.
I know. I wound up having sex with her 3 or 4 times. After
in
that.
The room?
No. In later in life. But I was like, that was one of the craziest fucking stories.
Hot older woman?
Hot older woman. And I, for the life of me, and this is a good thing, I cannot remember her. I remember her first name, not her last name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ladies, see how easy it is? It must be nice to be a gal. That's female privilege.
Well, then I told my boss about that again, 30 years of experience. He goes, your first one. I said, my first one. He goes, that happens every 6 months in an office like this. I was like, really? He goes, yeah.
Wow.
He goes, they, a lot of times these women, you're helping them, you're giving them something their husband or if they're single that they don't get, and you're good at, you're helping them ease their pain. I was like, but isn't that wrong? He was like, yeah, it is. But he was like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's healthcare.
Oh, I was like, okay.
Isn't sticking a fucking Matchbox car up your ass wrong? Sure,
Yeah,
but we're here to help people, damn
We're
it.
human beings, goddammit.
I
Good
was
for your
like-
Gay's Anatomy.
Oh yeah, dude. Gay's Anatomy. Gay's Anatomy is what I should name my special.
That's a gay porn right there. Man, what a story. That's hot. I'm turned on.
It was hot shit, man.
Man,
Damn.
you put a lab coat on, a woman will do anything.
4 sucks. That's the name of your next special, dude.
Yeah. That's like
sucks.
one time I was like maybe 22, 23, walking down like 6th Avenue-ish, like, like that part of the West Village, kind of by the Comedy Cellar where it's like, I don't know where like all the streets fucking intersect.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know. It was like around West 4th Park.
It's not a grid anymore.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know what the
names
hell
and
was
words.
going on.
Madness.
It was like made before cars. So I'm walking down the street, and my boy was with me. I'm walking down the street, and it's like, 10 o'clock at night, summer night. And, way before comedy, I was just in the city hanging out. And a woman comes out, like, what, didn't look homeless, didn't look crazy, nothing. She comes out of an apartment. She goes, I just need to suck somebody's dick. I have to suck. I swear to God.
What is this?
She was
This
like,
feels like an MTV show.
I swear to God. She goes, no, well, that's what I thought.
Suck it or not. What
She
do
goes,
you
I
think?
just have to suck somebody's dick. I thought I was on Punk'd. The Punk'd was popular at that time with Ashton Kutcher. She goes, I just need to suck somebody's dick. I was like, I was just there. Me and my boy were just there. And she goes, you boys want to get your dick sucked? And I was like, we both were like, what? She goes,
She
come
takes
on,
a mask off. It's John Travolta.
yeah. I was like, yes. And then she literally got on her knees at 10:30 at night on whatever street that was and sucked both of our dicks.
Come on.
For like, neither one of us came, but it was like 2 minutes, and then she walked away.
There's 8 guys booking a flight to New York right now.
I know.
You're going to save this economy.
Yeah, it's true.
What?
Yeah, those are like moments in my life where I'm like, was that real? Did that
Right.
really just fucking happen?
My virginity was like that. A lady was on the balcony flashing on Bourbon Street. We looked at her. We said hi. She said, "Come up," and that was how I lost my
That's
virginity.
fucking nuts.
Every now and then. But see, for a guy, this is like a godsend. For a woman, this is a victim moment. It's
Yeah.
fascinating how different it is.
Well, now I've gone to an age, I'm 37 now, and maybe I've had enough sex or enough sexual experiences in my life where now it's like, I know this sounds like gay and weird, but like I really, like if I was single, like I really would like rather be with a woman because of her personality than her looks.
I feel I'm getting old too. I'm 38, and I feel
The
similar.
comments are exploding right now.
Yeah, like I get the fake tits, I get the fake ass, I
Sure.
know what a blowjob feels like, I know what it's like to have sex with a hot woman from I get it. It's
Yeah.
like, can I have a conversation with you? Like, do you want to
Exactly.
talk about
Of course.
history?
Hey, man.
I like history and shit. Like, do you want to
Well,
do that?
It's fascinating how
I mean, you have to be
flips.
somewhat attractive.
Well,
like,
sure.
we're normal
But
people.
like men and women trade places with age. Like when we're in our teens and 20s, it's like I'll fuck anything. I'll fuck a blow up doll. I'll fuck a dumpster, whatever it is. And then women are all like, I need a personality. And then women start getting horny at 30, whatever.
Yeah.
And then men get a little more like, I need a person. I need to talk
a
to
good
somebody.
point. Yeah.
They flip. It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
What I'm trying to say is, we get older, we become better.
Yes. Yeah, they turn into men. They get horny.
They do.
They just want to get casual sex. They're divorced. They're fucking ready to
Well,
go.
I'm with you, Chris. I mean, the older I get, it's like, yeah, it's that shit, the peace and the just chilling.
Well, you have a
out.
good relationship with your girl because
Yeah.
it's more of the personality. I mean, she's beautiful, but it's more of the personality-based
Sure,
stuff. It's
yeah.
like
So much in common.
It's like I get, like, the thing is like I get it. I know what it's like to have sex with beautiful. I get it. It's like if there's no connection, it's like
and it also lasts 12 seconds.
Yeah, I
for
get
me.
it, dude. I'd rather jerk off. I'd rather fuck a guy that I'm really into. Am I gay?
Same.
Dude.
What are you doing later?
Maybe
You want to hang out?
finish
Well,
that.
I'm doing Ari's show.
Oh, I'll
I'm
see
gonna
you there.
fucking bomb. Do you have any stories prepared?
got
I'm
nothing.
doing a very short story that I've been doing in my act.
See, his is
well,
punched
is
out.
there a hey? Is that fair? Is he allowed to do that?
Well,
I
the
thought he
story's
could-
a story.
All right.
What do you mean? Is that fair?
You mean
All right,
for being
fine.
prepared? Is that
I'll-
fair?
I'll allow it.
All
What,
right.
how many
Motherfucker's
minutes?
gonna be shit talking me because I fucking worked on my story.
I'm not sure. I'm jealous. I'm like, I
I'm gonna
haven't thought
heckle
of
you,
one
you
yet.
fuck.
We're worried about ours. We're gonna bomb up there. It's a fucking
Well, I might
Gramercy.
bomb.
We gotta
too.
get Norman to
If I
Berkowitz.
bomb with a prepared bit, that's even more embarrassing. At least you guys
We
aren't.
gotta get Norman and Berkowitz.
But let me just say, you went back. Your Adderall hasn't kicked in because we're all over the road.
I know,
here,
sorry
but
about that.
We got to talk about the fact that we're talking about the early stages. How horrible that was. How hard it was driving to Delaware for $5, 5 minutes, whatever it is. I don't know if I could do it again. Could
No.
you do it again? The fact that we were in our 20s, you're drunk the whole time, you're ambitious, you're looking for adventure. It made it okay, but knowing how hard it was, I don't know if I can do it again.
Now I don't know if it's worse or better. I mean, it's better because of social media,
Bittersweet.
but because you can kind of blow up if you have a decent act on social media.
But there's no shortcuts in stand-up.
There's
got
no
that
shortcuts,
right, you know?
but dude, I'll say this: we might have been drawing earlier if we started now, only because of social media. Like
I
know-
agree with you.
But our
because-
act might be stunted because you're just so focused on
I'm happy it took 12 years for us to start to sell
same.
tickets because now I
get to
know at the
grow.
very least I'll give them a good show. You know?
Yeah, no,
You know?
I think you're probably right. I just think it works both ways. Where
Well, how many people do you see putting out albums 2 years in, and you're like,
No.
"What are you doing?" You're just showing people how not good you are. You're just putting that out there.
I think what happens with must have happened with all of us to get through whatever 10, 12 years of this is I never stopped for a sec. I never thought about how hard it was going to be to make it. I never thought about that.
Same.
I just said I'm gonna, and I never tried to do any tricks. I never tried to do like, oh, maybe I'll get big because I know the algorithm. I never thought about that. I said,
Right.
I want to if I'm going to get big and popular, I want it to be on the backbone of my jokes. I want it to be on my bits.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want it to be on because I went viral, because somebody hit me in the face with a watermelon.
Right.
I don't want that.
Right.
you know how
so-
we close our shows,
dude, fucking nail me with a watermelon.
dude.
tonight.
I hear you.
I'll come.
Well, you did it the right way. I mean, everyone respects you because of that. But I mean, it is definitely. It's a slower rise, but I would hope we stay a little longer because of this. That it took. I think there's some people that I don't know. It just fell on you.
Fell on me.
what the hell?
An egg.
An
Oh,
egg.
is my girl pregnant again?
That's how strong Chris's sperm count is. I shot a load onto that.
9 months.
But I think when I
Put it in
remember
the green room
years
with
and
the
years,
beacon.
it must have been like 8 years ago. Louis said something. Maybe it was less than 8. Maybe it was like 5 or 6. But like Louis said, you don't want to do this. You want to do this. And I
Yeah.
would think
You want to
about that.
heil.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Shout out.
I also think I didn't put like a album out. I mean, none of us put our shit out for a while.
I still don't have an album out.
Yeah.
What?
But you put out
putting
a
it. I'm putting it out.
special?
Well, I got a special, but no album. I'm putting my first album out
Comedy
ever
Central
next
didn't
year.
release that as
Wow.
an album too. Why not?
I don't know. It's just
Smart man. They fuck you.
Yeah, they fought. I did my half-hour special. I did my hour special, and that's all I have.
And they never gave you any audio on that.
No, I'm going to do it for the first time next month and put it out in a month.
Good.
But I'm okay.
We should all re-record our shit because Spotify is just raping us.
Yeah.
Spotify pulled 2 of my albums. Did they pull your albums?
Yeah.
Spotify just it's
They don't
funny.
take
It's
comments.
funny.
They're
I feel-
allowed to do
I
that?
believe
I
that
guess
this
it's a privately
Rogan
owned
and
thing.
Neil Young shit is a distraction from the fact that they don't pay their artists.
They don't.
They don't pay comics.
They pay-
You know
pay-
why? I found out why.
Why?
Because when you are a musician, you got to pay the writer, the performer, and whoever. That's a comic is all those things. So they'd have to pay us all those.
And they
Yeah,
should.
but maybe there's
And
like
they
a new
don't. They
deal
don't
to
want
be had where it's like I don't know, because we should be getting paid for that. It's like we write all our own material. Like somebody who writes a script, they get paid on that. Like
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
writing a script, but I'm
agree.
performing
Well,
it.
that's why we're all doing 9 podcasts.
Exactly. Friggin' cookies are getting drunk at noon.
Dude, I'm fucking feeling great right
Isn't
now.
feel
that, dude?
good.
I'll tell you that is a pretty good martini.
No,
right?
honestly, dude, that
I feel like I'm a decent bartender here.
no, you are.
solid.
'Cause-
This is
and
good
I'm sorry
plain
I
water.
judged you immediately because I was like, "There's no way that's going to taste good." And now it's like, dude,
going down
is that
easy.
a gin or vodka? I can't
Vodka.
tell.
You asked for vodka, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Hey,
Killed
man, we're
half
not.
that bottle.
We would never disrespect a guest.
Dude,
Yeah,
Sam-
we're happy you're here.
Sam and
We're
Mark
happy
do
to
not
have you.
disrespect.
No, good to have you. Wait, hold on. I did a Gotham. I had like one Conan under my belt and maybe like a half hour or something, Comedy Central. And Gotham called and they said, will you do a panel and talk to young up-and-coming comics? I was like, look, I'm nobody, but I'll do it. Every guy there was like, I work a day job. I have 2 dogs. There's no way I can do open mics. What do I do? Or how do I get an agent out of the gate? And you're
Well,
like,
the dogs are worse than the job because the dogs. You're like, are you going to get rid of the dogs?
right. And I was like, you're screwed. You're fucked. And I was like, do you want to do comedy? Yeah, I think I like comedy. You're out. You're already out. If you're putting this shit in front of comedy, then it's not going to work.
You got to love it.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. You gotta want to do it.
Well, that's the thing is like it's not just comedy. It's like anything you want to do in life. Like
Yes.
any audience member that's listening, whatever your goal is in life, just understand the money comes second. You have to put the passion first, and the money will always come second. I
Right.
remember vividly, I had mononucleosis. I was maybe 12 years old. I had mono, and my mother had gout. So we were both
Wow.
bedridden.
Wow.
And yeah, I remember I missed like 2 weeks of school, and I was watching Oprah because my mother watches Oprah all the time, and I was watching Oprah in the early 90s or mid 90s, and I had mono, dude. I was fucked up, and I remember Oprah was doing some, one of her talk shows, And she said that. She goes, and remember that the money always comes second. The passion comes first, the money comes second. If you remember that, you'll always be successful in life. And I remember being a little kid, for, whatever, fate, like those words just got like burned in my head.
Yeah.
And that's very true. Like now I can sit here and it's like, I'm doing okay. Like my family has what they want. I have like stuff beyond my wildest dreams, and it's like because the money came second.
Exactly.
I was losing money for the first 7 years, but I didn't give a fuck because I wanted to do it.
But you love doing this.
I love doing it. That's
you
what
love
I'm saying.
stand-up. I enjoy watching you on stage a lot because you are very free and you're like you don't give a shit in the best possible way. Like you give a shit, but you don't give a shit. And those are my favorite comics to watch, where it's kind of like unpredictable, but also like Chris has levels to him where like he can go on drunk and be hilarious. He can go on and be tight and be hilarious. Like you have levels to you. You're just a funny person.
No, I appreciate it.
And the key to you is you're vulnerable as hell. Like
very
especially
vulnerable.
guys like us, we rely on the act. We're jokey. You just open up there. You let it all out, and that works.
Well, because what happened for me is when I had I have two kids now. I have a 6-year-old and a 7-month-old. But when I had my 6-year-old, I realized like shit, like not a negative way, not like in a I don't care whatever passive aggressive, but I kind of like in a spiritual way was like I don't really care what anybody else thinks of me other than my children. If my children look at me and are happy with me and I'm doing a good job as their dad, that's all that matters. So I'll go on stage. Listen, I'm not a guy, none of us are guys. I don't think you can be hateful and funny. There's no way Hitler was funny. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like when people get quote unquote canceled or
be a real bummer if he was.
Oh, imagine he fucking ripped.
Like Hitler, terrible person, but like he's pretty witty.
Yeah, I know. You're like going into the Holocaust. You're like, it was a good joke, though. Like, he fucking killed it.
He's giving a speech, but thank you just for the weather. It's nice. That was funny.
Just yeah, but so I realized I'm not a hateful person, man. Like sometimes my jokes, like I'll talk about race or this or that. I'm like, it's always coming from a place of what I want to be funny.
Yeah.
So I kind of got over the fact of like, some people might get offended at that. Like, whatever, man. Like, I do jokes about, I did a joke about a kid, one of my nephews who had a peanut allergy, and all these people who are parents of children with peanut allergies were attacking me, being like, you're a piece of shit. Like, I hope your kids die and all that. And I'm like, whatever, man. Like, I don't want anyone with a peanut allergy to be affected negatively. I'm just making fun of my truth.
Yeah,
that's all I'm doing.
They really do. No, they're really react, and that's the problem with the internet is you react without thinking.
Yeah.
But I mean, what you're doing is you're trying to put something positive into the world. Your intent is pure.
Yeah.
And these are people who are like, I hope your kids die.
Yeah.
Take a step back before you write that. Take a step back before you write that in print.
Exactly. Yeah. You psycho. They just go off emotion. They just go off reaction and just type. It's bad news.
That's pure hatred. That's the irony.
Yes.
They're mad at you they think you're being hateful.
Yeah.
It's vitriol.
The best thing I ever did for my psyche, I guess, and it does. I don't do this all the time, because it's such an addicting thing. Social media, it's just like cancer, like a cigarette. Like I really do think science will look at the internet and social media like, in 50 years, like we look at like cigarettes, how science looked at cigarettes now. Like, there used to be ads for cigarettes when we were children. There were ads promoting cigarettes. Like, I think social media's got like that, corrosive property to it. But the best thing because there's no way around social media. We have to do it, right?
And it works.
So we have to do it to sell tickets. What I do though now is I post the thing I need to post for the day, and I do not look at the comments. I do not worry if it's bombing. I do not worry if it's not getting enough interaction. I don't do it. I say, I made the decision to post this. I stand by it, whether it crushes or doesn't, and I do not look at it again. I don't care what you've said.
So hard to
Post
do
and
that
ghost.
because it's so hard to do that though because as comics, our job is to edit based on the response. So that's very difficult.
True.
I mean, like our acts are like, oh, I don't care what you think. Well, then you're a bad comic. But with social media, I get what you're saying. It is a different thing. You kind of do have to stand behind stuff.
It's going out to the world, not a comedy audience.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, it is different. But I get both of your points. You're both right.
Well, no, I agree with him. I'm just saying it's interesting because it is with what we do. It is a different.
Yeah, well, because my whole thought is like, my whole thought has been like, having kids. I'm like, what am I going to do? Sit here and obsess over comments or not? It's like I got to feed my kid, man.
Kid is
I
number one.
I got to push my kid in a swing. Like I can't. I don't care what you have to say. Because also the truth is I believe, and this is again not just comedy. You know, to comment positively or negatively on anything is a psychotic kind of person. Like,
agreed.
95% of people
Don't discourage positive comments.
Well,
though.
positive is good.
We love you guys in the YouTube
Thank
comments.
you. Well, YouTube's different. I mean, like on Instagram, it's like, I comment on you guys, like people I know, like this is amazing, whatever. But it's like, if I don't know you're a complete stranger, to comment anything on me is like crazy. Where it's like, even the people who message you and like, hey, you've helped me through a tough time and blah, blah, blah.
I appreciate that.
It's all, no, I appreciate it. It's all beautiful. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. But you have to understand, like, even that is a level of a mental ill. Like, you don't want to interact with that. You don't want to do that at all because, listen, the 1975 are a band that I love. They've helped me through breakups. They've helped me through. I love that
Great band.
I've never once, and I have, Alex Edelman is a guy or a friend of the show. I'm sure Alex Edelman opens for them, knows them personally.
Is that right?
Yes.
I didn't know
I've
that.
never once even messaged them, asked for anything because it's like, it's psychotic. I don't know them.
Right.
If I found out somehow, oh, they heard this bit or that, but okay, fine. But it's like, they're just helping me. I don't need you to know that. Like,
right.
But so it's like, it's this thing where I realize about the
But
internet.
if they reached out to you, wouldn't you feel good?
Oh, 100% I would, but they wouldn't because maybe their assistant would.
They might.
But that's the whole thing. But maybe they would. What if they're like, hey, I like your stuff. I think it's just a polite.
people too.
Hey, I loved your thing on that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that would be cool, but they're also like an established band. I'm talking.
You're an established comic.
You did the Beacon.
Not really.
You know Kevin
Fuck
Spacey.
you, dude.
You fucked Travolta.
Dude, you know how many stories this guy told? This is
I
the
know.
self-hatred. This is the guy who does Letterman and then goes right to the Village Lantern.
I know, and you know what else I left out of that story? I ate 99-cent pizza.
I used to eat those all the time. That was good pizza, by the way. I used to eat those all the time.
You think New York's coming back? By the way, I don't know if you
Yeah.
talked about this before, but doesn't it feel alive again now?
It
You
does
think?
and it doesn't.
It feels
I mean,
almost pre-20. It feels almost 2019. Almost.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I wish.
No.
I want it to be
This is a
that.
guy who's not taking the train. He's driving in. That's the problem.
Why, are the trains empty?
No, they're
just
crazy.
shady. They're shady right now.
Right.
It's like the 80s on the train.
Yeah.
But that means though that it's going to come back.
Yeah,
I hope so.
We're not going to live like this forever.
Worst case, we get some good art out of this. Hey, man, think about all the good movies we got out of New York being a shithole. Taxi Driver.
Hell yeah,
Fucking
dude.
Dog Day Afternoon.
I hope
Yeah.
you're right, but Hollywood sucks. It's going to have to be some independent motherfucker on an iPhone.
I watched Power of the Dog because of
It's
you.
good.
It's
It's
great.
good. Yeah.
Great movie.
Dude,
And
it's
sweeping the
7:50.
Oscars.
What?
Holy
This show has
shit.
started 20 minutes ago. The show we're supposed to be on.
Oh,
Well,
really?
let me check if
we're all
Ari
popping
texted.
into Ari Shafir's secret storytelling
Holy
show.
shit.
And we might be fucking him, so we should probably wrap this episode up.
When
Goddamn.
does this episode come out?
I'm not sure. Plug some dates, Chris.
Downstairs.
Okay,
now
go
in
to
the
Chris D.
showroom.
Go to chrisdcomedy.com. I have a theater tour. I have Cleveland, Detroit, Indianapolis, Denver.
Yeah.
All these places. So just go check it out. Portland, Seattle. It's really Las Vegas. So go to
Nice.
chrisdcomedy.com. If there's curtains up in some of the venues, it's because I'm sponsored from Blinds to Go. It's not because I'm not selling tickets.
You're doing
We love
fine.
you. We love
Thank you. I love you.
All right, we'll jump in an Uber and get the hell over to that show.
No, I got my car. I'm going to drive drunk.
Yeah, I'll drive if you want me to.
All right,
I don't
fine.
mind.
Do it.
We got I got Sacramento, San Diego. I don't know when this is coming out. Orlando, West Palm, Columbus, Salt Lake, all that. The Beacon, or hopefully will sell out soon. And then we
You're
got
gonna sell it out.
fucking Toronto.
Went
Something.
Adam Sandler there.
I don't know what else. A bunch of other shits coming. Brea, Houston, Dania Beach, a lot of shit.
Oh, I'm doing that, Dania. You did that, Chris. You did the Florida.
I like Dania.
Is it good?
I had a good time in Dania, man. It's Fort Lauderdale is awesome.
Oh,
A lot of shit's coming. It's sammorril.com/shows, but I'm adding by the day.
Yeah, same here. marknormandcomedy.com. All kinds of Fort Wayne, Indianapolis, La Jolla, Raleigh coming up. Not Vegas. Chicago. I've been drinking. So, Mark Norman Comedy, out to lunch. Check out the Netflix. I hate myself. Hey, babe.
Chicago, too. I added Chicago. I'm going to shoot a special there. So get
Oh, are you really?
That's
What
an
venue?
exclusive.
The Den.
The
Hell
Den.
yeah.
That's the cool
You're
spot.
shooting another special on YouTube?
Yeah.
You
Dude, you're a
see?
fucking
He
monster.
puts it out. He's a machine.
I mean, hey, man.
All right.
We'll see.
You heard it here first, folks. Thanks. Keep drinking. Patreon. Get on it. We got new merch. Check it out. Go gay. I love you. Praise Allah. We'll see you in hell.
Trump
Thank you.
2024.